I just wanted to tell you guys really quickly. I wanted to hop on and say this because I'm seeing so much negativity in the tarot that I'm seeing on YouTube. And that is not necessarily a terrible thing because there is so much negativity in this world. There is. And unfortunately, when you become enlightened and you awaken to certain things, you realize that you may be surrounded by people who have been lying to you, who have been trying to hold you back and keep you down. But one thing about your trauma is you need to heal from it. If you're on this journey, one of the purposes of you finding these readings and finding these healers and these spiritualists is so that you can progress. If you are always focusing on the trauma itself, that's not progression. That's like you're continuously ripping open a wound, constantly. If you're checking back on a channel and all you're hearing about is over and over and over again about the terrible, terrible things that people have done to you, but there's really no progression about that, it's just kind of regurgitating that there's some terrible shit that's happened to you, you're having to relive and relive and relive and relive and relive that experience, right? I've been through trauma myself, so I understand. What I'm saying is I'm realizing for myself and other people, I want you to not be comfortable sitting in that trauma. Please do not be comfortable sitting in that trauma. The purpose of you getting on the spiritual path is to heal. Heal and go forward. So yes, there are some really, really, really shitty people. And there may be more than you thought. And it may be really shocking for you at first. And so you'll be watching the readings, and I still check in from time to time. And you know, it's different for every reader. It is, and we can't control the energies that come out. We can't. We can ask certain questions, but it's not us who decides what comes out. But if there's really no solution for you or any advice for how you can move past this situation, then just pay attention to what you feel when you're watching these videos. Pay attention to what you feel. If every time you get done watching a video, you're not healing at all, if you feel like that wound has been ripped open again, what progress are you making? What progress are you making? Are you healing at all? Are you forgiving yourself? Are you forgiving those other people who are being shitty behind your back? Or are you just stewing in the drama? Are you stewing in that negative energy? Because let me just remind you, the devil is a very tricky energy. Okay? He doesn't stop. So you can learn about some stuff that's going on and you're like, oh, thank God I know. And yes, thank God you know. But there's more work to do now. Now you have to face it and you have to heal it. You can't just keep revisiting the situation without addressing it. What's the point of you keep pulling up this drama and you're not doing anything to move past the drama? Everyone who's going to be watching these channels and watching these different readings is at a different stage in their healing. So I'm not criticizing anyone else's video. I'm telling you, when you're watching these videos, you need to gauge where you are in your own spiritual journey. And if it's not healthy, and if you don't feel like you're healing, if you feel worse after you watch these videos, if you feel worse after you watch somebody describing over again the things you had to live through in your childhood, then maybe you're not supposed to be watching that person anymore. Maybe there's another reader that you're supposed to be finding at this new stage in your journey. And there's somebody else who needs to freshly understand the ugliness that they went through and wake up to it. But if you're already awakened to it, please don't sit in that trauma. Your trauma is not entertainment. Thank you.